Moogle Treasure Trove 10th anniversary this time around, coming on Sunday, August 27th, and going into patch 6.5. We know this to be the first week of October, more than likely, based off of the live letter, so probably about 5 weeks of this event. Unfortunately, there's no great way to farm these tomes, and with all the rewards of about 1,400 of them, it's going to be kind of painful this time around. I say this because the only way to get tomes is any alliance raid. All of them are available, giving different amounts. Then PvP as always, and then Endwalker raid content or story content. So any of the leveling dungeons 81 through 90 with a containment bay unreal also. So my suggestion to you is if you're looking for glamour or something, do those. If you are looking to do the story for the first time for the raid content, do that. If you want to get tokens for the upgrades for when the third alliance raid comes out in patch 6.5, do that. Basically, if you can accomplish something, do those in order to get your tomes. My suggestion, if you're actually going to try to farm it, would be Crystal Tower, because they're the fastest set of alliance raids and they do give 6. Or PvP, because they can give anywhere from 6 to 10 based off a win, and you can upgrade your series PvP, which will be going away with 6.5. So that's my suggestion. If you want minions from dungeons, that would be another thing you can do as well. Now onto the rewards. There are a lot of big ones, and I'm going to highlight some of the big hitters that I would go after. So obviously the 10th anniversary kit and the Fat Cat parcel are exclusive to this event, so if you want exclusive stuff, the Fat Cat parcel would definitely be a good one. The Warrior of Light Triad card, which only comes from the gold triple triad card packs, this would be one that you might want to buy because that you're relying on a drop. Now the Both Ways hair, this comes from Zadnor lockboxes and is currently selling for 1.5 million, so 15k per tome. That's a very good investment. Samurai Barding, the number one most expensive thing so far, going for 1.9 to 2.2 million. These come from Pyros lockboxes, so if you don't want to do Pyros, this is a great way to get the Samurai Barding. Now all of these emotes are the Shiver emote, which is the 80 exchange one. This is selling from 1.5, and this comes from Pagos lockbox. This is the second best exchange currently for your tomes. Then we have the Sweat emote, which is this one. This is exclusive to Heaven on High pot charts, and you cannot buy it, so this would be one that I would recommend getting. Next we have the High Five and the Sweep emotes. These come from Sky Scripts. These are both selling for about 300k a piece, so basically about 6k per tome. These are pretty good emotes to get as well. This last one is the Guard emote. This is currently selling for 600k or 12k per tome, and these comes from 50 Bajra clusters. Now the Fey Gwibbet or Dragon Trumpet, this is from the Dancing Queen Extreme. So if you don't want to farm that, it is very easy to farm, and then you can also get the Dancing Wing if you want to craft, which are selling for about 700k. You could probably pass on that, but if you don't want to farm, that's a good way to get it as well. Now you have the Big Shell Whistle coming at 16k per tome as an exchange, because these are currently selling for 800k. This would be a very good item to buy. If not, you can buy it for Skyscripts. The T-Rex horn, I would not recommend spending your tomes on, as you get these from Animos lockboxes, and you get plenty of these if you do Eureka, so pretty easy there. The Dissembled Head Resonator, this comes from Pot Shards in Palace of the Dead. You cannot buy that, so if you do not want to do Palace of the Dead, this would be a great way to get those. Now, Answers to the Edge and the Final Days. These are all musics. These first two you can craft, and the Final Day obviously comes from the Final Day dungeon. These are selling for about 200k here for the Answers, 100k to the Edge, and 250k for the Final Day. So obviously this is a better buy. Style for Hire comes from PvP Wolf Marks for 1800. You cannot buy this, so if you don't ever do PvP, this is a way to acquire it. The shoe bill is selling for 365,000 and comes from Amarot, so at 50 tomes this is a decent exchange. Forgiven Hate comes from Mount Ghoul and is currently selling for 280k, so not quite as good as the shoe bill. Now the Verdant Partition is selling for 270k and is only available from Saint whatever's dungeon, but let's be honest, everyone just does the turn-ins at the Diadem in order to get this thing to drop, so not the best trade in the world. Now these are all just mount farms, you know, flutes that you can get that either be dogs, birds, or wolves. I'm not going to cover them all. These are very easy to farm. I would not spend your money on these. Dancing Mad 1, 2, and 3 come from Sigmascape, and each one of those is selling for 100k respectively, so you're making about 30 or 40k per tome, or 3,000 to 4,000 per tome, so not the greatest if you're looking to, you know, make a lot of gil. Now the Toad Suit, this comes from a Tempest Super Fate, so if you don't want to do Super Fates, you know, whatever, but this is a great way to get that as well. I'm not going to cover the rest of these. Basically, if you're trying to find a collection of something like the Fat Cat like minion or the treasure box minion, these are cheap enough where it doesn't matter exactly, because you do one alliance raid and you can have it. So yeah, my recommendation if you're actually trying to make a ton of gil would be any of the 100 my recommendation of if you're trying to make gil would be any of the 100 costing things that you can sell on the market board. So either the both ways hair or the samurai barding, or the emotes is probably my next best guess, because everyone loves having emotes and they are quite popular. Even though the big shell one has a better ratio, I don't think a lot of people are buying the shell. That's just my opinion. You could buy the samurai barding and hold on to it for a couple months and then sell it down the road. But yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea of what you want to do in this Moogle Treasure Trove event. And, you know, good luck, have fun farming, and, you know, as always, have a great day.